Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am Cole Wolfrun, and today we're doing another Death Battle reaction. Today we are doing Cell versus Metal Sonic. Now, if you had asked me a week ago, or even a couple weeks ago when I did my last Death Battle reaction, who I thought was going to win this fight, I would have said Perfect Cell any day of the week. There's no way Metal Sonic wins. I have since done a lot of research into Metal Sonic, at the behest of the comments on the last Death Battle reaction, and I'm scared for my boy, guys. So Cell is one of my favorite villains ever in all of fiction, and I really want him to win this Death Battle. But some of the shit Metal Sonic can do, I don't know if Cell can out-raw power him. Now, do I want Cell to win? Absolutely. I want Perfect Cell to win this. But I don't think he's gonna. And I'm gonna be sad about it, but I'm not gonna complain because I researched the hell out of this one beforehand, and Metal Sonic's fucking overpowered. So, anyway, let's see who wins! Let's get into the actual death battle now.
Cell versus Metal Sonic.
Which copycat android is truly the superior model?
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
I think it's gonna be Metal Sonic. It pains me.
There's a monster stalking Gingertown. No one who's seen it has lived to tell the tale. All it left behind was their clothes. Something ate these people's insides.
Because,
leaving only a
bitch,
shadow
I drink people.
Kind of creature driven only by the need to feed.
Wanna watch me drink this guy? Sorry, I can't promise that I will not just be quoting Team 4 Stars, Dragon Ball Z Abridged, throughout this whole video.
Earth's new
Is Taka playing Cell? Or is it Devil
life
Artemis?
form.
The Namekian Piccolo went to investigate.
I'll be fine either way. I love them both.
And discovered that it was intelligent. Its tail could unravel to absorb its hapless victims and add their energy to its wretched gestalt.
But the nightmare was only just beginning, because for its last trick, somehow this freak of nature knew the Kamehameha.
The mystery of this creature's origin
A move that everyone can do. Literally.
was decades in the making. Years ago, the world was terrorized by the most advanced paramilitary organization in history, the Red
Until Goku just one-shot them all.
Ribbon Army.
Until they got rocked by this little kung fu gremlin, Son Goku.
But Red Ribbon's dream of revenge lived on within their head scientist, Dr. Giro.
Weird-ass guy.
Cave laboratory, Giro would go to work studying the Z fighters from afar, learning everything there was to know about them.
And building a series of androids that would destroy his spiky-haired nemesis once and for all.
He made a ton of them. Infinite energy androids, key absorbing androids, trucker head androids, and even...
Okay, while superficially similar, Cell Max from Dragon Ball Super Superhero is a separate character from Perfect Cell. Okay, so that means there's no Cell Max. I was wondering about that, because if they included Cell Max, then Cell wins this, like, handily. Like, Metal Sonic cannot keep up with Cell Max. But without Cell Max, because it is a different character, it makes sense that they wouldn't include him, so I'm not really bothered by that. I don't think Perfect Cell can beat Metal Sonic. Cell Max would obliterate Metal Sonic. Like, that's just... Because Cell Max is confirmed to be more powerful than Broly. So, like, Dragon Ball Super Broly. So, yeah, there's nobody in Sonic that could handle that. But Metal Sonic might be able to beat Perfect Cell. He's probably going to beat him. I'm sad.
However,
Let me cope.
Giro's creations were capable of matching that drive to improve that Goku and his fellow martial artists possessed.
Luckily, he had one more android left. A cute little booger so complex he'd take years after Giro's death to complete. Its name was Cell.
Born from a single cell, get it? This android possessed the genetic information of all
7
the
feet
greatest
tall?
warriors
Really?
that had
Thought he was
battled on
taller.
Earth, and when fully evolved, would become unstoppable.
And with their DNA, Cell absorbed all their powers.
Extremely annoying to draw. Yeah, Toriyama and his assistants were super annoyed at drawing Cell because of all the little spots.
Techniques too.
Common among all of them.
Likes Kermit the Frog. Okay. If you haven't watched Cell Versus, go watch it.
Or to manipulate Ki, or the energy that exists in all living things, and weaponize it to fire energy blasts, fly at faster than light speeds, move things with telekinesis, and create force fields.
From the humans, Krillin and
Do you
Jin,
think a barrier
the
will work?
multiform technique, Destructo Disc, and the Tri-Beam, his extra special favorite. Oh, weird, I'm not seeing Chiaotzu on this list. Sorry, bud.
Is Chiaotzu human?
Oh.
Okay. Cell can fire the Death Beam, as well as breathe in and travel through the vacuum of space.
'Cause of his
with the
Frieza cells.
genes of Frieza and his father.
And because he's got Piccolo's DNA, Cell can regenerate humongous damage to his body at the cost of some Ki.
Cell has survived having half his body vaporized multiple times, and cannot be destroyed unless the small...
Once it was his head. Goku blew his entire torso off his body. Like, he was literally just, like, abs down was all that left. He jumped back up, landed on his feet, and went... Cell's regeneration is insanely OP. Not as OP as Boo's, but still OP.
of cells at the core of his being is eradicated.
Should that little bugger survive, Cell will always return, even stronger than before because of the Saiyan DNA he got from Goku and Vegeta. Definitely the cream of the genetic crop.
Ah, ads.
Was chasing
No. I don't care about Texas.
Sure, he
I know a lot of you have said in the previous videos, like, why don't you just get ad blocker? Because I want them to get paid for my view.
can perfectly replicate attacks like the...
And for those of you who don't know, YouTubers only get paid for a view if you see ads.
Bomb and, of course, Kamehameha, as well as teleport by locking onto a living being's key signature.
But the best part of being a Saiyan is how much crazy stronger they get every time they almost die.
They can even evolve to become orders of magnitude stronger in the midst of battle.
Yep.
Combine that with Cell's healing factor, and he's effectively the ultimate warrior.
Like a perpetual shonen motion machine.
Driven by a biological imperative, Cell wanted nothing more than to devour Giro's previous androids, 17 and 18, believing it would make him
He wanted to put his siblings into his hole.
perfect.
Only one problem. The Cell we know was born in the future, and both 17 and 18 had been destroyed. So he murdered Trunks and went back in time. Not our Trunks, future Trunks. Well, not future Trunks, but another future Trunks. It's very complicated.
Multiverse.
Timelines.
As Cell defeated and absorbed the androids, he evolved, not only getting stronger, but changing his personality and developing a lust for battle.
He became less creepy bug serial killer and more, well, Saiyan. After exploiting that very Saiyan arrogance and warrior's pride, Cell finally became perfect.
And easily dominated Trunks and Vegeta, the latter of whom had decades of battle experience under his belt.
Perfect Cell's power was off the charts. He could threaten the whole Earth just by powering up with a full...
Cell is incredibly powerful. Still don't know if he's going to win this. I have enough chi to blow away the entire solar system. True, he is solar system level at the very minimum.
power Kamehameha, he was even capable of destroying our entire solar system.
While the vast majority of our solar system's mass is located in the sun, this still means that Cell's Ki wave would have to reach 2.8 billion miles to eradicate every planet.
But Wiz, maybe he was just exaggerating.
Not likely. Cell's claim has been
Nope,
backed
he
up
was
by
not.
multiple guide
I hate this bullshit when people say, like, no, Cell was exaggerating. He's not that strong. Dragon Ball characters aren't that powerful. He was not exaggerating. Not at all.
even demonstrated outright in the video games.
Cell's even stronger in the anime adaptation, considering the time Frieza blew up Namek. In the anime, the explosion was literally hundreds of light years wide and lit up the friggin' galaxy.
And Cell was far stronger than Frieza was at that point in time.
Hell, the Namekians could sense him all the way from a different galaxy and thought he might be a threat to the whole universe.
He's also incredibly fast, capable of blitzing even the strongest Z fighters at the time. Goku flew from Grand Kai's planet of heaven all the way to hell, hundreds of billions of light years in half a minute. And that was in his base form.
Yeah, that's cool, but how about the power to squeeze mini Cell Juniors out of your butt?
Oh, they're gonna factor in the Cell Juniors? Ooh. Can destroy the solar system, take Krillin's destructive. He did. It just didn't work. Despite Planet Size Final Flash. He only survived. This is wrong. If he hadn't have sidestepped out of the way, he would have died. That is canon and confirmed by Toriyama. If he hadn't have dodged and like only taken like his right arm got hit by the blast, Cell would have died to Vegeta's Final Flash. That's canon. Generative self-destruction, that's true. compared to Supreme DB. That's true. He is as powerful, if not a little stronger than Deborah.
What? Never heard of that key technique? Call it the Kegel.
Perfect Cell was entirely without peer and,
The Kegel.
no longer wedded to Giro's petty grudge, decided to prove it with a tournament.
The Cell Games! And if Goku couldn't even beat him, what hope did anyone else have? Vegeta couldn't even handle a Cell Jr.
Their last hope was Goku's own son, Gohan.
After Cell arrogantly let him power up, Gohan unleashed his rage, pushed the bug monster to his absolute limits, and beat him. Wow, Cell, you really...
So that gut kick, fun fact, that gut kick that makes Cell puke up Android 18, it's not a gut kick in the manga. It's a head kick. Gohan kicked Cell in the head so hard that it made him throw up. And if you've ever done any form of martial arts, you know if someone gets hit in the head so hard they puke, they are in peril.
Are related to Vegeta, aren't you?
In truth, Cell was a victim of his own success. The same Saiyan genes that made him all-powerful also sowed the seeds of his defeat.
He got so mad he even blew himself up. Maybe he does have some Chaozu in him after all.
Even that wasn't enough to totally put him down, and he came back with the same Super Saiyan power-up that Gohan had just unlocked.
Super perfect Cell. Now with more lightning in a battle
Essentially, he essentially did get Super Saiyan 2.
for the ages, Cell put the entire weight of his biological programming against one lone Saiyan and went the distance.
But in the end, it still wasn't enough. No matter how brilliantly Dr. Gero copied the Z-Fighters, he still couldn't quite figure out their knack for going beyond.
And also, Vegeta distracted him with the Ki Blast, and that helped. I'm not a Vegeta fanboy. What are you talking about?
What can be destroyed can always be rebuilt. All it takes to recreate the most fearsome warrior in the universe is one single Cell.
True? Accurate?
Hey, real quick, did you know Death Metal launched our own tabletop gaming channel? It's called The Nightly Brew. We're doing Dungeons and Dragons, Blood on the Clock Tower, and a bunch of other stuff. I'd love if you could check it out.
Yep, skipping that ad. I will check that out later,
Time
Wiz.
and again, the world and its cuddly forest critters were threatened by the evil Dr. Ivo.
It is still kind of infuriating that a character from Sonic is as powerful as Metal Sonic is. Though, for some of you saying that, I saw someone comment that, like, Shadow should have beaten Vegeta. No, the fuck he shouldn't have. Shadow couldn't beat Mewtwo. Vegeta curb stomped Shadow. Anyway,
Eggman Robotnik.
especially now.
And time and again, that same world and those same critters were saved by Sonic the Hedgehog. No matter how many robotic badniks the good doctor threw at his blue spiky nemesis, his schemes were always 6 spin jumps to the glowing weak spot
Also, Super Saiyan came before Super Sonic and Super Shadow, so they're the ripoffs.
away from getting cracked and scrambled.
But it wouldn't be over easy for Eggman. If he couldn't defeat the Blue Blur, he would make his own Metal Sonic.
Well, 0 points on creativity for that name, but goddamn, he does look metal as hell.
He's cool as fuck.
Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, so Eggman built metal with more than enough blast processing to match his proto.
Goddamn, that thing's 3 feet shorter than me and 8 pounds heavier. Damn.
type.
Metal can zoom around at massively hypersonic speeds, fast enough to fly to nearby planets in seconds.
He's tougher than Eggman's standard equipment, some of which can survive black holes.
Ah!
Here you are.
No! Anime gotcha games, I hate all of you.
Metal can use all of Sonic's power-ups and even replicate his classic spin dash and light speed attack.
But he's got
AI
moves of
gotcha,
his
or
own.
no,
He can attack
anime
with
gotcha
energy
slop.
blast, fire
AI
and
is slop too, by the
ground
way.
himself in an electric aura or an impenetrable force field.
By overloading his circuitry with energy, Metal can activate V maximum overdrive, quadrupling his acceleration and obliterating anything in his path, at the risk of self-destructing.
You'd think all that'd be enough to turn the rodent into roadkill. But
No.
it only took one showdown on Stardust Speedway to send Metal to the scrap heap.
On paper, Metal should be able to outmatch Sonic in every way, and yet he doesn't. For some reason, Eggman wasn't able to capture that ineffable quality that makes Sonic the fastest thing alive. Metal's defeats at the hands of Sonic and his friends sharpened his AI into a seething hatred of his rival and a burning desire to prove himself superior.
He's Vegeta.
Well, when you're getting your supersized
No, Shadow's
you
Vegeta.
play Charmy B, you know something's gone horribly wrong.
Metal's defeats gave him an existential crisis. If he was created to surpass Sonic and couldn't even manage that, what was he? Why should he exist?
Never one to admit defeat, Eggman took Metal back to the drawing board and birthed him anew.
This Neo Metal Sonic was, above all, far smarter.
Especially after he copied Eggman's intelligence and took over his empire. And we mean
This is where the shit gets insane for Metal Sonic. Prior to this, like when I was researching Metal Sonic, like for this, before I knew how cooked Cell was, I was like, oh yeah, Cell's got this. And then we got into this shit, and I was like, excuse?
literally
How
copied.
strong?
If Metal started as Sonic's copycat, why not hunt all of his furry friends down and copy them too?
Neo Metal Sonic is equipped with scanners in his optic receptors that can copy a person's
Chaos Control. Yeah, that's the
They have
big one.
ability to recreate all of their abilities in seconds.
Like the Sonic Boom, Knuckles' Hammer Punch, Tails' magical swiveling asshole, and Big's ability to suck at fishing.
Metal
Whoa! Tails is a child. You can't talk about him like that.
isn't just learning their moves, he can replicate more esoteric powers like Silver Psychokinesis, manufacture Rouge's mechanical bat guards, or alter his very biology to copy Espio's chameleon invisibility. It's worth mentioning that biological data is a real scientific term and can refer to molecular structures like the genome sequence within a living organism's DNA.
Yeah, his copying is so busted, it doesn't really matter that he's a robot made of metal. If you can do it, so can he. Probably helps that he can shapeshift and regenerate his whole body from a puddle.
Likely by copying one of the mightiest beings on the planet, the god of destruction, Chaos.
Not the only chaos he's encountered.
By scanning the ultimate life form, Shadow the Hedgehog, he gained his ability to manipulate some of the most powerful artifacts in the universe.
You mean the Chaos Emeralds?
Yes, the emeralds contain an infinite wellspring of
Why Obama?
life energy. With them, Metal can perform Shadow's chaos control. He can
I know Obama's a gamer, but still.
boost his speed and stop time. And with either the Chaos Emeralds or Master Emerald, he can transform into Super Neo Metal Sonic.
Oh,
Completely
God.
invulnerable and completely golden. Super Neo Metal Sonic can move at faster than light speeds and has the power to move continents.
The emeralds are inconceivably powerful. They've been used to fuel Eggman's death,
Continents,
which
you
could
say?
obliterate star systems.
On their own, they can even create and destroy whole universes.
Other super characters like
Yeah,
Sonic
that's where it gets the universe destruction. I think that's a little above Cell's pay grade.
battled and defeated beings like the Time Eater, who could destroy multiple dimensions and timelines in seconds. At their peak, 3 Super Hedgehogs have even fought Solaris, who nearly consumed Sonic's entire multiverse.
So Super Neo Metal Sonic should be just as powerful as any of them. Though he's gotta be quick, because all that power only lasts a short time.
The road to total domination was nearly at an end. After manipulating Sonic and friends and copying their abilities, Metal eventually combined their biodata with the mighty Egg Fleet and became Metal Overlord.
Complete with missiles, giant crystal projectiles, and the strength
That's
of
cool as
3
fuck.
supersonic heroes all by himself, Overlord is all-time final boss material.
And he knew it. His ego might as well have had its own health bar. Metal's
Okay, see, I feel like this is why people were like, because there were people in comments like, are you going to count Cell Max because of Metal Overlord? But Metal Sonic and Metal Overlord are the same character. Perfect Cell and Cell Max are not.
drive to surpass his rival had morphed into the delusional belief that he was the original and Sonic the loathsome copy.
A copy that Metal had finally outclassed. All the heroes Metal had gathered had to team up to take him down.
He may have stolen their abilities, but Metal never possessed the thing that made the Sonic heroes successful: their friendship and teamwork.
Aw, how cute! Gag. Probably should have added some of those goddamn rails to the final boss fight, because it is impossible to land on those things. After getting trashed again, Eggman reprogrammed Metal to purge any bits of rebelliousness from his code.
Metal returned to being the Eggman Army's chief enforcer, always proving invaluable as the Bad Doctor's greatest creation, now completely obedient once again.
I don't know, Wiz. Who knows what's
enslaved.
really going on behind those glowing red eyes?
I will say, Robotnik is way better about keeping his creations under control than Giro. Giro couldn't keep any of them under control.
Maybe Metal is
Except
more
19.
cunning than he lets on, and is only biding his time until he can take over again.
Maybe the most powerful thing that Metal copied was the ability to lie.
Ooh. But we don't know.
Hey, I'm Chad, the voice of Boomstick. And if you don't believe me, well, what about now? That's what I thought. Look, the matchup is about to begin, and we can't wait for you to see
What
it.
is this?
But first, I want to tell you about a brand new thing coming to the Death Battle store, and it's something you guys have been asking for. Matchup pitches. It's a way to meet with me and Ben, the creators of Death Battle, and pitch us a matchup that you've been wanting to see.
Pay to pitch a matchup?
We'd love to hear
Pay to pitch a matchup. Isn't that what the comment section's for?
from you. This was originally a Kickstarter reward, but due to popular demand, we wanted to keep it going. A lot of episodes of Death Battle that are currently being worked on are because of a pitch. So we want to give each pitch the time it needs, so quantity is limited, so you better act quick. Death Battle pitches are available right now on deathbattle.gg. That's our website that's like a Patreon mixed with some other stuff. And if you're a website member, you get discounts on all of our merch, including the pitch calls. While you're there, make sure you check out the Death Battle Retro Tee. It's a shirt we made like over a decade ago. The first Death Battle shirt I found.
Cool.
Thanks.
Okay. Thanks, Boomstick.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a Death Battle!
And I was gonna pause. Ah.
Is that a tipping point?
Okay, so after that, I still stand by my statements at the beginning. I want Cell to win, but I think Metal Sonic's going to. I think Metal Sonic's gonna win. I can't let my fanboy nature get the best of me this time. But with that, if Cell somehow does win, I'm not gonna be mad. They're probably wrong if he does, but I'm not gonna be mad about it. So, anyway, let's get back into the actual battle itself. Oh, Cell's making things go boom.
Salutations, Dr. Robotnik. Your reputation precedes you.
Oh, that's Devil Artemis. Oh, they didn't get Taka for once. Interesting.
Bring me your strongest fighter, or face... Then prepare to kneel before your master. Perfect.
Oh! Oh! The Cell theme! Ooh, wee, 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 wee. Don't use that! It cuts your power level! I now get why the Ichigo versus Yusuke one was 2D, because this one is 3D. Special Beam Cannon broke the barrier?
Tell me, does a machine like yourself ever experience fear?
Don't you steal Vegeta's lines! Overlord already? Straight to Metal Overlord? Oh, because his big power-up's gonna be super metal. Spirit Bomb? Cell beat Overlord?
You're dealing with the ultimate life form. I already possess his data. Observe. Chaos. Done. True. Life form data successfully copied. Scum.
Oh shit.
It'll take more than that to kill me. Puppet!
This is cool. I know Cell's gonna lose with this.
Now I know everything about you, insect.
Oh, so you can't hurt him though. Oh, don't go. Oh, Cell Juniors. Ah, that's cool. Normal Metal Sonics versus Cell Juniors. That's cool as hell. Is he gonna run out of time? Tri-beam! No!
Don't you dare.
That was a dick move, Metal. Down in the arena? Come on.
I am not just the greatest warrior in the universe. I am all of them.
But he's invincible.
If you are all of them, then so am I. I'll never lose to a machine like.
Yeah, he lost. That's what I figured would happen. Cause he knew! Cause he knew! Oh. I figured.
Oh, now Metal's got all the powers of the Chaos Emeralds and the Z Fighters? Well, that world's fucked. Our bad.
Cell may have been one of the greatest threats in Dragon Ball Z, but Eggman's greatest creation ultimately proved too much for him.
I'm sad, but I get it.
Strength, speed, abilities, and adaptation.
First up, who was the strongest? Well, it's no surprise that any version of Cell was gonna be way more powerful than base Metal or Neo. Even just using the manga, blowing up a solar system is far beyond the level of power output Metal can match.
Without his stronger forms. With them, the power gap entirely reversed. Not only could Metal match Cell's solar system busting or scaling from Frieza, but he could surpass it with the universe-destroying power of the Emeralds.
But hang on, Wiz. Those Namekians said that Cell was strong enough to threaten a universe.
That was an exaggeration.
But they didn't specify how, and there's nothing suggesting he could destroy it in one go. Especially since it's only brought up theoretically and without any time frame.
Even being generous and assuming he could just blow it up, final bosses like Time Eater and Solaris can destroy the wider multiverse, and Super Neo Metal would scale to them. Metal Sonic takes the edge in strength.
And with Sonic characters being known for their speed, you might think that was an easy win for Metal.
At his max speed in his super form, he should be comparable to entities like the Time Eater, who in Shadow Generations can destroy entire universes in seconds. By using the radius of the observable universe, we can estimate the Time Eater's destructive wave traveled at about 180 quadrillion times.
This math is just absurd.
Certainly impressive, but let's compare that to Goku's flight from heaven to hell shortly after the Cell games, which covered roughly a universe in distance at approximately 180 quadrillion times faster than light.
Hey,
Imagine being able to.
That's a really bad place for an ad.
About it. Meet base 4.
just like Time Eater. The difference, though, was that Goku was in his base form, way slower than Super Saiyan 2 Gohan or Super Perfect Cell.
Factoring in Super Saiyan multipliers, Super Perfect Cell can move upwards of 100 times faster than that, and so 100 times faster than Metal Sonic. Somehow, Cell takes the edge in speed. You know, the thing Metal was designed for.
Wasn't expecting that. Let's see if any of their abilities could tip the scales.
They shared many of the same powers, like telekinesis, force fields, and energy projectiles. Of note though, Cell's regeneration was clearly superior, able to fully heal from a single cluster of microscopic cells.
On top of that, Cell's Saiyan genes would let him grow in power every time he almost died, and his Cell Juniors gave him the numbers advantage.
And considering Super Neo Metal had a time limit, Cell would have a big advantage in a battle of attrition.
But with Chaos Control, that became a lot tougher.
Cell and his juniors had no way to deal with Metal boosting his speed or stopping time, something that countered Cell's speed advantage and left him open. And
Yeah.
with Silver Psychokinesis, or the Emerald Spatial Distortion, Metal could seriously impair Cell's healing.
So it helped that Cell could fall back on his martial arts abilities in a pinch.
Despite effectively being a newborn, Cell's genetic instincts allowed him to best Earth's most skilled warriors back to back to back.
Metal may have copied Eggman's brains, but he definitely isn't as good of a fighter. The Sonic heroes haven't trained like the Z fighters, and Metal's been beaten by all of them a bunch of times. So all that in mind, abilities is roughly a wash.
That makes
Leaves
sense.
us with the one thing they're both known for, their capability to evolve and become more powerful in response to their opponents, aka their adaptation.
I do think, I think Boo could beat Metal Sonic. I think Boo would win this because I don't think Metal has a way to put Boo down for good. Like, I don't think he can.
And frankly,
But yeah, I knew he was going to beat Cell. Cell Max would beat his ass, though.
that's where
With
the
as close as this was,
breaks.
Cell Max would
At the
wreck
end of the
him.
day, Metal can copy Cell, but Cell can't absorb metal.
Cell's ability to physically absorb an opponent is primarily viable against foes he can match or overpower.
Even if he took metal by surprise, he can't absorb fully inorganic robots like Android 16.
Cell was only able to absorb androids 17 and 18 because they were primarily organic.
They're actually more like cyborgs and are only called androids in the English translation.
Metal, on the other hand, can copy a target's biodata through only a few seconds of direct eyesight, something he could easily accomplish during a time stop.
And using it on Cell means he wouldn't just get Cell's powers, but the powers of all of the Z Warriors too.
Yeah.
Remember, Metal's copying applies to abilities that fundamentally affect his own biology, like Espio's invincibility or Chaos's liquid body. Nothing Cell has would be off limits, especially given all of Cell's powers were genetically encoded in the first place. Quite literally, biodata.
Cell's Saiyan power-ups? Copied. Cell's regeneration? Copied. Cell's key techniques? Believe it or not, copied.
Chaos Emeralds are described as being able to produce life energy, similar to Ki. So there's a precedent for him being able to replicate Cell's power set. And at this point, there's nothing stopping Metal from, say, stopping time and using a Kamehameha to vaporize him at a cellular level. Just like Gohan did.
Cell might be able to do
Yeah.
anything the Z Fighters know how to do, but that's not gonna help him, cause Metal can do anything Cell knows how to do. Strange, isn't it?
Cell just doesn't have any options to retaliate that Metal wouldn't also possess, including any of his previous.
It makes me
abilities.
sad, but it's
He's
accurate.
just that overpowered.
Oh, I guess now I get why they called it Sonic CD.
Why's that?
Cell died. Where's he? You get it?
That was the
CD?
worst one you've had in a long
Wiz?
time,
Where you
Boomstick.
go- Come on back.
No, Wiz deserves to leave.
Time on Death
Okay, who's next? I have no idea who these characters are. Bakugo! I know Bakugo.
Subscribe and join as a member to see.
Who the fuck is Reze? You can tell I don't watch a lot of modern anime. I know who Bakugo is. I've seen My Hero Academia. Who the fuck is Reze? Well, I guess I'll be watching that one and rooting for Bakugo because I don't know who the other character is. But I don't care much about Bakugo. I'll still watch that one. That one will be fun. So, that's the end of this death battle. Like I said, I'm sad Cell lost because he's one of my favorites. And now Dragon Ball has effectively got more losses than wins on death battle. It's unfair because they keep making Goku fight Superman, and Goku could never beat Superman. At least Frieza got to win. But Bardock should have won, by the way. Bardock should have wiped the floor with Omni-Man. But, that being said, that was a fun video. I'm sad about the result, but I kind of knew after researching Metal Sonic that Metal was probably going to win, just because he could copy anything Cell could do. What the fuck could Cell do against that? Nothing, that's what. And, yeah, so at the end of the day, this death battle was cool as hell, and I really liked it, but it's no surprise that Cell lost. So, if you enjoyed this reaction, leave a like down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment of any death battles that you want me to react to. I haven't seen all of them. There are some I just have never seen if you want me to react to some of those. If it's not in the list, you can recommend it. I'll let you know if I've already seen it or not. And I will be back for Bakugo versus Reze. I will probably have some more reactions coming in the next couple weeks that aren't death battle related, but other stuff. And if you like watching people play video games, I do that on stream and on Let's Plays on the channel. So tune in for that, especially Nuzlocke. Anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see y'all on the next video.